Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum and Ramzan Mubarak. I hope you all are fine. Welcome to the online sport program. I am your science teacher from APSEC 4th Road Middle Wing Boys. In this week you will cover the following topics: air pressure and its uses, elements and their chemical symbols. Objective: you will be able to describe air pressure and its uses in daily life. You will be able to define the term elements. You will be able to recognize elements with symbols, as well as you will be able to identify some common elements. At the end, you will be able to differentiate between metals and non-metals. Success criteria: remember to read the relevant textbook pages and watch the video carefully before written work. Annotate the scientific terms in your own words to understand their meaning. Air pressure. Definition: air pressure is the force exerted onto a surface by the weight of the air. Example: when you blow air into the balloon, air molecules strike with each other and with the skin of balloon, due to which air pressure has been created inside the balloon, and finally the balloon inflates due to air pressure produced inside it. Some further examples of air pressure: a car tire is hard and inflated due to air pressure inside it. Pressurized cabins are used in aeroplanes in order to maintain the same air pressure throughout the flight. Why? Because whenever we move above the sea level, the air pressure lowers. So in order to maintain the same air pressure, pressurized cabins has been used in aeroplanes. Weather forecasters use barometer in order to predict weather conditions. Air pressure varies depending on weather conditions. A fall in pressure may mean that rain is on the way. Now we are going to start a new chapter, that is elements, compound and mixture. Observe this diagram carefully. There are two things, wood and bread. Wood is hard but bread is soft and edible. They both are made up of similar elements, carbon, hydrogen and oxygen, but their texture is different from each other. Think about it. Why is it so? Because they contain different percentages of each of these elements, and the elements are joined in different ways. Definition of an element. An element is a chemical substance that cannot be broken down into anything simpler. Here you can do an activity. Just take a blank page and cut it into smaller and smaller pieces till the time you are unable to cut it further. Same is the case with elements. Elements are made up of smaller particles called atoms that cannot be divided further. Example: carbon is an element because it is made up of only carbon atoms. Chemical symbols. Each element can be represented by a chemical symbol, a kind of shorthand recognized over the world. Example: zinc is an element. Its chemical symbol is capital Z, small n. Magnesium is also an element and its chemical symbol is capital N, small g. Examples of some elements and their chemical symbols. First of all, magnesium. Magnesium is used in car seats in order to make cameras and laptops. Magnesium ignites easily in air and burns with bright light. That is why it is used in fireworks and sparklers. Next is iodine. Iodine basically is used in food. It is present in salt. It forms thyroid hormones. It eliminates heavy metals from our body, as well as it lowers blood pressure. Carbon. Carbon is black powder. It is used to make tires as well as shoes. Carbon is present in the form of coal, which is used as a fuel. Zinc. Zinc is used to make water pipes. Bromine. Bromine is basically liquid which is used to make dyes, as well as it is used in pharmaceutical industries. Last one is copper. Copper is the good conductor of electricity. That is why it is used to make electrical wires. Next topic is metals. Definition. It is a solid material which is hard, shiny and good conductor of electricity. Examples: iron, gold, silver and steel. Properties of metals. Metals are hard solids, they are dense and they are heavy. They are shiny when polished. They have high boiling point. It is difficult to melt them. They are malleable, means they can be cut or they can be bent easily. Example is gold. Gold can be bent easily. That is why it is used to make jewelry. Metals are the good conductors of heat and electricity, and they are sonorous, means they can produce sound when hit. That gold, silver, aluminium and copper are the examples of metals. Non-metals. Non-metals are soft, they are not shiny and they are the poor conductor of heat and electricity. Example: carbon, plastic and gases. Properties of non-metals. Non-metals are usually gases or solids which can melt easily. They are not very dense and they are light in weight. They are dull in appearance. They have low boiling point and they can be melted easily. They are brittle, means when you hit they can be broken into smaller pieces. They are the poor conductor of heat and electricity and they are not sonorous. Plastic, gases like carbon dioxide, rubber and diamond are the examples of non-metals. Written assignment. Note. Written work has to be done after reading and understanding the topic. The written work to be spread over 6 to 7 days. You need to discuss the questions and their answers with the helper before writing the answers independently. First of all, you need to do question number 1, 2 and 3 of page 38. Question number 1 is: how is gas pressure produced? Gas pressure is produced by the rapid motion and collision of air molecules with the walls of container and with each other. Question number 2. Explain how air pressure keeps a balloon inflated. When you blow a balloon, air molecules enter inside it. These molecules move around rapidly in all directions, bouncing off each other and the walls of the balloon. Each time a molecule hits the wall of the balloon, it gives the wall a tiny push. million of tiny pushes add up to one big push, the air pressure that inflates the balloon. Question number 3. When a balloon is inflated, where do you think the air pressure is highest? Inside or outside? Explain your answer. Well, obviously air pressure is highest inside the balloon. That is why it is inflated. Otherwise it deflates. Then you need to do the question number 1, 2 and 4 of exercise. These questions include MCQs, true, false and fill in the blank. Then you need to calculate the speed of diffusion by using the following formula. Speed is equal to distance divided by time. At the end, you have to prepare a glossary list by writing the words written in bold font in the relevant content. I thank you all.